this is going to be an overview of the recurring jobs feature that has just been added to the current alpha version that's been sent out. I just wanted to let you all know that it is in a very rough form, but I would really like for you guys to test it and make sure that the server is doing what it needs to do. We've been using it in the office for maybe like 8 months now, and it works pretty good, but I still like to get some tester feedback. And right now the front end for you to add jobs into the recurring system is very rough. You can add and schedule recurring jobs, but you can't stop them. You can modify them, and I'm going to go over the few things that that it can't do during this video. So I'm going to walk you through doing a recurring job. So what you want to do is, if you're going to do a recurring job right now, and I'm doing this all through a tripod, so I'm looking through a tripod, so it's some stuff might go south, but we'll see if I can make it work. So if you're going to do a recurring job, let's say we're going to do a weekly, a weekly server update that happens Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So let's go ahead and do a new job, and let's say that this is for Acme Corp. And let's do let's see, server. Do I have server in here? We'll just call it internal service. And let's say updating server. So updating servers, and then whatever it is. So whatever the task is. All right. And let's say that even though we want it in here on the 23rd, we want to definitely have it due by the next day. So and let's go ahead and have that done. So now we've set up our job, and so now we have our updating servers. I should have made it a different company so it would stand out, but there it is. So here's our updating server job. So now with this job, we have multiple tasks that we probably want to do. So one thing, there is a bug that that just cropped up as I was doing a demo earlier, is when you add a task and it's empty, it will not refresh immediately, and I will add that in the next version to get that fixed. We're going to log a bug, but if I'll add a task and I'll say do this, okay, yeah, well, it works now. So do this. We're going to say do this, do that, and let's do one more, and let's do the other. All right, let's say that let's say these are the tasks that need to be done every time this job is entered into your queue. So to add a recurring job now, all you do is go to the vertical ellipsis and do make recurring job, and you'll get this activity. And from here you have different options where you can repeat weekly, where you can choose Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or whatever days you like. If you wanted to repeat daily, where you need to do like 7 days a week, then you just do the repeat daily. Or if you want to do like every 3 days, every 7 days, or some weird number, you can do that. And you have repeat monthly, where you can choose like every 3 months, 1 month, whatever, and you can do same day each month, or the first Wednesday of the month, and it's based on the day. So if it was Thursday, it would say first Thursday, but eventually this will be fleshed out. We are using what's called cron notation to calculate the dates, and you can write an entire app just to kind of, calculate this stuff. So I'll eventually make this have a few more features, but not as fleshed out as a true cron system. But if you are in advanced, we'll have a way for you to enter the notation, which is down here at the bottom. So this, like I said, we're going to do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we want it to start today. And right now we have it set for never end, but we can change this to end on a certain day. You can say that you're only doing maintenance for a company for a few months, so you can put in your end date. And now let's say that you decide that even if you you do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and let's say it's something where you have to turn in some paperwork or you have to do something and you want the job to come in, but you don't want it to keep, or you do want it to flood your box with multiples just to make sure you get every single one out so you have a record. You need to check allow duplicates so that the system will know. We're also going to be adding skip. It's going to be either a skip, I don't know how we're going to name it, but let's say when you allow a duplicate, or if you don't allow duplicate, what happens is it'll enter the job, and then once that next job is completed within the hour, it will still schedule the next job. But what we'll do is we'll allow skip, and then it will skip that next scheduled job, so that you don't have to do it if it's not something that you need to have a record for each one. So that's what allow skip does. So once that's done, we'll go ahead and say schedule. And so that's how you make a recurring job. But what I want to explain is how to stop a recurring job. And as I mentioned, the recurring job feature is not complete, so there is no direct way of stopping a recurring job, but I'm going to show you a manual method on doing that. So in order to stop a recurring job, you go back in like you're going to make a recurring job. And as you notice, your scheduling information is not there so you can tell what your current recurring schedule is, and that's going to come in a later version pretty soon, probably 9.5.7. So even with that data is not there, the schedule is still there, and you can modify the schedule. Just go in and do it all over again and hit the check, and it will modify. But to actually stop a recurring job, just choose a date, just any day, it doesn't matter, and then you choose your end condition as after a number of times, and just put a 0 here and hit this, and that will stop your recurring jobs. And that's it. Just give it a shot. Let me know if you have any issues. If you have it, and if for some reason you stop a recurring job or have any issues with the recurring jobs you set, definitely send a message over the Google community, or just send an email. Usually everyone who's testing has my email or has gotten in contact with me somehow. So, but if you have any questions, feel free to give me a shout, and we'll get it corrected. And if you will run into bugs with this particular feature. So any bugs that you run into, please hit the report button so we can see them in the Google Play Developers Console. All right, thank you, and that's it.